What's up everybody, welcome back to Maths with Casting. Today let's have a look at when you are given normal equations, how would you solve for x? Alright, so got a couple of examples here. I've got 5 examples. You might want to watch this video until the end because the last equation can be factorized. So now we are going to use a quadratic formula on how to solve this one as well. All right, okay, let's move right along. And then first example right here, we are given, okay, this is our example number 1. We are given x squared minus 5x minus 14 is equal to 0. All right, okay, so now in this case, now we need to solve for x. So this is a trinomial. If you are solving for x, you need to factorize it. Okay, so we're given x here, x here. Two numbers, when you multiply them together, they give us 14. It's a 7 and a 2, guys. What's it? 7 and a 2, because when you add them together, they must give us -5. So now, there you go. Plus 9. Okay, for this one, I'm going to show you guys how to check if your answer is correct. All right, so what you do, if you want to check that your answer is correct, so you're going to say for the last term is going to be last times last, which in this case is going to be +2 times -7, which gives us -14. So therefore you got that one right. So now how do you check if the middle term is correct? The middle term you check by saying first times last. So it's going to be x times 7. Okay, so x times 7 gives us how much? Gives us -7x, and therefore you are going to say last times first. Okay, that's how you check first times last, last times first. So I know you remember this, guys, from grade 10 where you were doing binomial. All right, so now in this case 2 times x will give us +2x. So if you were to add this thing together, they will give you -5x, which is the middle term. So that's how you would check if you are correct. All right, okay, let's moving right along. Let's do number 2. Number 2 says x squared here minus 7x is equals to -10. All right, first thing first, we need to bring 10 to the left hand side. So in this case now, x squared minus 7x will give us +10. Whenever you've got a variable or a number, when it jumps the equal sign, it changes the sign. All right, here we go. Now we've got a trinomial, so we need to factorize. So here we go again. X, two numbers, when you multiply them together, they give us 10. So you've got 10 times 1, and then you've got 5 times 2. Those are the only two numbers. So already, if you use 10 times 1, you can see that it won't give you 7. But if you use 5 times 2, that those two numbers, they might add up to 7. Or they do add up to 7, by the way. All right. So you've got 5 there, and then you've got a 2 there. All right, so they need to be negative because you've got a -7 there, and your 10 is positive. So therefore you would have is equals to 2, and then also, or our x will be equals to 5. And that's how you would deal with an example like this one, guys. So now we are moving right along. Let's move to number 3. Number 3, in this case, we are having 4x squared minus 2x plus 10 is equals to 1. All right, so first thing first, what you want to do, you want to bring whatever is on the right hand side to the left hand side. So in this case, it's going to be 1. When it jumps the equal sign, it changes the sign. Here we go. All right, great, guys. And then 4x squared minus 12x, this will be equals to plus 9 is equals to 0. So now let's say now here we go. So now what would you do in this case? In this case, let me see. Can you divide by 4? No, you can't divide by 4. You've got a 9 there. You can divide by 3. So the only thing you can do now is to factorize. All right, you've got a trinomial here. We need to factorize. There we go. So what do we have here? You have got we've got an x there. Can you put a 4 here? Nope, can't put a 4 here. I think maybe we should put 2x here and a 2x there. Two numbers, when you multiply them together, they give us 9. It's only 9. Yes, it's only 9. Let me see. Yes, it's only going to be 9 times 2, and then what else? And then 3 times 3. Okay, so if we put 9 here and a 1 here, definitely want to work, because if you times this by that, is going to give us 18. So, and you're looking for 12 there, so this might not work for us. So let's try 3 and 3. If we say negative and a negative there, this times negative will give us a positive. 3 times 3 will give us 9. So therefore we are on the right track. So now let's double check if here we're gonna get 12. Okay, so what did we say? We said we're gonna say first times last. First times last is going to give us negative 6. 2x times 3 is going to give us negative 6. And then also in this case, we're going to say last times first, which is going to give us negative 3 times positive 2x is going to give us negative 6x, which gives us 12x. So therefore we know that we are correct. So therefore what's going to happen here now, we know that we are correct. I'm just going to remove here, guys, because I was just checking the middle term the way I have showing you how to check if your factorization is correct. All right, so therefore now you would have 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, and then also, or on this side also, you'll have 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, which are they are the same. Therefore our x value will just be 3/2. All right, great stuff. So now let's moving right along, let's move to question 4. X3. I hope you guys, while you're watching this video, you are pausing and then solving the question on your own, and then therefore once you play the video, then you can see how did I do it, then you can compare with your answer. That's a good way to learn. Don't just watch the video and watch me solving these things, but in a way, let's say maybe you don't fully understand, then you can watch the whole video first, and then maybe the following day, or you watch it again after a few minutes, then you try to solve them alone. In that way you will be practicing. All right, okay, please make sure that you do share this video with your friends, with your classmates, and everybody that needs it, and make sure that you subscribe and like this video so that our channel can continue to grow. All right, let's go to number 4. Number 4, as you can see here, you have got the x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. So in this case, don't forget what we did in grade 10. Don't forget. Now you take out a common factor. You see you've got x there, we've got x here, we've got x here. So now we must take out a common factor of x. So we're going to be left with x squared. When we take out another, we're going to be left with x plus 1. All right, so that when you remove the bracket, you go back to what is at the top. Okay, so therefore in this case now, that's what we have. So what can we do now? We need to factorize what is on the inside the bracket. Okay, so now we're going to have x, and now when we look at what is inside the bracket, is going to be x, and the x, two numbers that give us 1 is 1 times 1. For just have negative there and a negative there. So now what is our x value? So will be equals to 0, x is equal to 0, or x is equal to 1. So that's our answer there. So now we have arrived to the last one that I spoke about and said, you guys, if you have made it this far, thank you very much. It means you are really committed to getting that distinction. So now if you have a look at this one, I think I must start a little bit at the top here. I'm just going to change the color there for the sake of understanding and visibility. So now what we have there on number 5, we have got 7x squared minus 20x plus 9 is equal to 0. So this one, I said, is one of those equations you can't even divide by 7. Even if you try to factorize, you won't get the factors. It doesn't have the factors. So in this case, we must use a quadratic equation to solve this one. What does a quadratic equation say? It's x is equals to minus b plus or minus inside the square root we have got b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so this is the quadratic formula we are going to use, but you know that the quadratic formula is given in the format of ax squared minus plus or minus, it doesn't matter, bx plus c. So in this case here, this is our a, 7 is a, b is negative 20, c it's positive 9. Okay, so please guys take note of that. So now you just take those numbers, you substitute into this equation. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Minus b is what? Is negative 20. So we have got a negative here, so that is comes with the formula. Then we've got a negative 20 there, plus or minus square root of b, which is negative 20 all squared, minus 4a, a is equals to 7, c it's 9. Okay, then you put everything in the square root to a. A is what? A is equal to 7. Right, so now if you can see guys, I'm just gonna write it here in a bigger scale so that you guys is visible. I hope it is. If I can see it, then I think it should be visible. Plus on, then therefore close. A lot of you guys have been asking me questions while I'm writing here that how do you ensure that you get that distinction? How do you ensure that you secure that distinction? I am gonna make a video explaining everything, so please stay tuned on this channel on how did I manage to get 95% in mathematics. You know, I was actually going for 100% though, but yeah. So guys, once you reach this state, you can punch everything in your calculator. The first one will have a plus, the second one will have a minus. Then you're gonna have two answers there. Please put this in your calculator because I don't have a calculator for now. So please punch this in your calculator. The answer you should get, I think I got 2.3, and then the other one was 0.56. So please double check, leave a comment if you get a different answer. Please let me know if you can't get it. Please let me know, say, and just tell me, Mr. Gaston, please do another video finishing this part. All right, so but if you all get it, please make sure that you give this video a huge thumbs up, and then I will see you on the next upload. Guys, please let me know if you want us to do inequalities or you guys understand it. I'm not sure, but leave a comment and let me know what you think. I will see you on the next upload where we will be doing either Euclidean geometry or analytical geometry. Let me know what you guys think. See you then.